Shabazi Street, located in the heart of the historic Neve Tzedek neighborhood in Tel Aviv, carries within it a story that stretches back well over a century, one that intertwines memory, culture, change, and renewal. When Neve Tzedek was first established in 1887, it stood boldly outside the walls of Old Jaffa, becoming the first Jewish neighborhood built beyond the ancient port city. At the time, life within Jaffa had become crowded, and small family homes could no longer contain the hopes of young couples seeking space, fresh air, and a new sense of belonging. In this early era, Neve Tzedek was a humble place, mostly low, modest houses built with sandstone with shutters and sloping roofs designed to withstand coastal winds. It quickly became home to writers, poets, and cultural figures, earning a reputation as a community that embraced creativity and open thinking long before Tel Aviv would rise around it. Shabazi Street itself, named after the famous Yemenite Jewish poet Rabbi Shalom Shabazi, was at the center of this developing community. It held within it the rhythms of daily life: small grocery stalls, family workshops, shoemakers, spice vendors, and children playing barefoot along the sandy pathways. Because the neighborhood attracted both Yemenite immigrants and European intellectuals, Shabazi Street became a meeting point of cultures. You could hear the singing of traditional Yemenite songs drifting from one courtyard, while, just a few steps away, Hebrew writers discussed literature and the meaning of modern Jewish identity. It was a neighborhood of contradictions that blended into harmony, simple yet poetic, poor yet full of spirit, old yet dreaming of something new. Over time, however, as Tel Aviv expanded, Neve Tzedek faded from attention. The city grew rapidly in other directions, and the aging houses along Shabazi Street suffered from neglect. Many structures deteriorated, families moved away, and parts of the street became worn and nearly forgotten. But like many places with a deep-rooted soul, Shabazi Street was destined for revival. In the late 20th century, Tel Aviv began to recognize the historical and architectural value of Neve Tzedek. Slowly, carefully, one home after another was restored. The once crumbling houses were lovingly rebuilt, and the neighborhood's authentic charm was preserved with great respect. What emerged was a transformed Shabazi Street, alive, elegant, and stylish, without losing its connection to the past. The old stones remained, the curved balconies stayed, the narrow alleys continued to whisper their stories, but the street welcomed a new era. Today, walking down Shabazi Street feels like stepping into a blend of worlds. The past glows softly beneath the surface, while the present unfolds with excitement and vibrancy. The street, which once held simple workshops, now features beautifully designed boutiques, art galleries, jewelry studios, home decor shops, and unique concept stores showcasing Israeli craftsmanship at its finest. Many of these shops are run by independent designers whose work has been influenced by the creative history of the neighborhood. Handcrafted ceramics sit beside delicate gold jewelry inspired by ancient motifs. Artisan perfumes drift from elegant boutique entrances. Books spill from small literary stores that invite you to linger and flip through pages without hurry. Between the shops, cafés open their doors to people from all over the world. The aroma of pastries, fresh bread, and roasted coffee fills the air, mingling with the soft hum of conversations carried along the street. Some cafés are hidden behind flowering courtyards. Others sit right at the sidewalk, allowing you to watch the rhythm of the neighborhood unfold. Locals sit with their laptops or sketchbooks, while tourists take photographs of the pastel-colored houses and beautifully restored facades. Restaurants line the street as well, ranging from intimate bistros to vibrant eateries serving global cuisine with a Mediterranean touch. As you walk, you may hear soft music floating from nearby windows, the chatter of diners enjoying wine on outdoor tables, or the distant sound of a bicycle passing by. The coexistence of quiet charm and lively energy gives Shabazi Street a special aura, almost cinematic in nature. The people who live here today reflect the transformation the neighborhood has undergone. What was once a community of modest families is now home to a mix of young professionals, artists, architects, designers, and longtime residents who fell in love with the renewed charm of Neve Tzedek. The population has changed significantly, yet the street's character remains anchored in authenticity. Children walk home from school beneath palm trees and bougainvillea. Dogs rest lazily near boutique entrances. Visitors wander with curiosity, taking in each detail as if discovering a hidden world within the city. Even when the street becomes busy, a sense of calm and intimacy never disappears. Shabazi Street has achieved a delicate balance. It is fashionable but not pretentious, vibrant yet gentle, urban yet wrapped in the warmth of a small neighborhood. As the day moves into late afternoon, the warm Mediterranean light gives Shabazi Street an almost magical glow. The buildings, painted in soft hues of cream, pink, and blue, seem to shine from within. Shadows stretch across the pavement, and the street becomes even more inviting. Couples stroll lazily, families enter ice cream shops, and groups of friends gather at cafés that spill onto the sidewalk. This is a time when the street truly breathes, carrying the spirit of both Tel Aviv's lively energy and Neve Tzedek's nostalgic tranquility. And in the final part of the video, we will visit the old HaTachana complex. Moving from Shabazi Street toward the southern edge of Neve Tzedek, HaTachana, once the first railway station in the region, awaits with its own story. In the past, this station connected Jaffa to Jerusalem and served as a doorway for travelers, merchants, and pilgrims. Today, it has been restored into a beautifully preserved cultural and commercial space. Arriving at HaTachana feels like stepping into a different chapter of history. The original train tracks remain visible, the renovated stone buildings stand proudly, and the large open courtyards welcome visitors with a sense of openness and nostalgia. Though the trains no longer run, the station has found new life as a vibrant center filled with boutique shops, curated markets, fashion pop-ups, and cafes that blend modern design with historical charm. Families wander between the restored warehouses, children run freely across the old platforms, and visitors pause to imagine the sound of trains that once passed through this very spot. Musicians sometimes perform outdoors, adding a gentle soundtrack to the experience. On weekends, the area becomes lively with shows, exhibitions, and community events that transform the historic station into a meeting point between culture and recreation. Restaurants and wine bars offer places to relax, and the open-air design of the site allows the breeze from the nearby sea to move softly through the space. HaTachana connects beautifully with the story of Shabazi Street. Both places preserve the past while embracing creativity, authenticity, and the joy of modern urban life. Together, Shabazi Street, Neve Tzedek, and the HaTachana complex create a journey that feels both intimate and expansive. They reveal layers of Tel Aviv that go beyond the usual rhythm of the city, places where history breathes gently, where art and design flourish, and where life unfolds with warmth, color, and emotion. It is a neighborhood that invites you to slow down, explore, and fall in love with the simple beauty of everyday moments. Whether you're wandering through boutiques, sipping coffee under flowering balconies, walking along restored railway tracks, or simply feeling the Mediterranean breeze against your skin, these streets tell a story that stays with you long after the day ends. Shabazi Street is not just a street. It is a heartbeat of Tel Aviv, a bridge between past and present, and a quiet reminder that even in a fast-paced city, there are places where time feels soft, meaningful, and full of charm.
בנפרד, ברגות של רוסטה.